Hey everybody, I'm Josh.
And I'm Eitan.
Welcome back to the 35th episode of the Younger Half podcast. We're two 14-year boys from New Jersey who discuss, debate, and share insights on everything from history to politics, sports, current events, and more. Follow us on Instagram at the Younger Half and all other social media platforms to see more of our podcasts. Check us out on your favorite podcasting platform at the Younger Half. You can also check out our YouTube channel to see our faces during our podcast at the Younger Half. And if you want to help us grow by supporting us, with a monthly donation at the anchor.fm/theyoungerhalf/support, or click on the link in the description. For this week's episode, we have a double trivia question. Another two great trivia questions. Couldn't pick between them, so I thought, why not go for both?
I'm excited for them, Josh.
Yeah.
Double or nothing.
We also have a little bit of coronavirus. We have some national anthem drama going on, and we have a debate question, trivia answer. And we have some big time interviews in the works.
We say this every
pretty
week.
often, yeah, but it's actually true. Just with the big people, with the top dogs, it takes a long time. With McNeil, that literally took us from March, and over the summer.
We're the top dogs, Josh. It's them that are the issue,
and it's it's them, and I don't know what I was saying just a second ago, but yeah, so it just takes a while, but yeah, we have some big interviews in the way.
Coming soon.
Yeah, got a little different tonight. We got a Wednesday night recording. The Super Bowl pushed us off a bit, and then nothing like a day but test assigned to Monday for Tuesday.
Again, you got 104, Josh. So you're good. Yes.
Well, yeah. So let's
take it away for trivia.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it away with our double trivia question. Well, first
double. Sorry.
Question is, now Eitan has heard this one because this is our second time recording this part due to some technical difficulties, but his reaction was much better the first time. So, which bone are babies born without? And the second question is, who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize? And
I really like the first one. It's so good. I mean, both of them.
Eitan, that response sounds a little familiar.
I know. I'm serious. They're both really good. I like it. I'm trying to think. Like, what would first women to win the Nobel Peace Prize? You said.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
I'll give you a hint.
A hint for those at home, and for Eitan, it was in the early 1900s. I'll give you the second hint of the exact year when we get closer to the answer. But Eitan, take away the coronavirus section.
All right, so I was scrolling through what to add to the coronavirus part of the episode, and I saw this and I'm like, what? Like, whoa. So I'll read to you for now. Half of the U.S. COVID-19 deaths have come after November 1st, 2020. Like, wow. Whoa, that's 4 months.
Around.
And there's I think 500,000 deaths right now. 458,000
right
in the U.S. and half of those came in the last 4 months. I just was like, no way, like, wow, it's wow. That's what I'm saying.
That's like in 4 months there was more people dying. Is it's insane. My teacher a few months ago made a point where there were almost 3,000 people dying per day, that when something is just happening every day, it becomes normal when it's really not. So, for example, I think there's a time where more people were dying per day than Pearl Harbor and 9/11, which is crazy. And it was for going on for a week and a half straight. And I think a month or so ago, maybe a little more.
That's how crazy COVID is,
in Los Angeles,
another 3,000 people died.
In Los Angeles, I think a month and a half ago or so, maybe a little more. Every 8 minutes, one person died from COVID-19 in Los Angeles a few weeks ago now. So but sad. It's just crazy how this all just becomes normal.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, like another 100 people died of COVID today. Like, oh, okay, have a good day. Like, it's not the normal, but it is the normal. It shouldn't be the normal, but it is the normal. I mean, I can't even call it normal, because like for each person that dies, there's someone that's like, grieving for them. But it's sad.
Yeah, and oh, excuse me. Um,
The C
yeah.
the CDC came out with a new thing today. I got the alert, and I thought this was interesting. The CDC says double masking offers more protection against the coronavirus. Wearing a cloth mask over a surgical mask
Mm.
offers more protection against the
Yeah, my
coronavirus.
my teacher was doing that the other day.
Yeah, so you have like your blue, the blue
Your blue
regular
surgical one, right?
surgical
Yeah.
masks, and then you have your cloth, one over that, which I thought is interesting. And they also said, like I don't know if you've seen those people that like twist it like around their, like double. It says like does like tying knots in it or like the ear loops.
Right,
That
right.
also like makes
Uh,
the seal tighter. So like those are like a few things that will like help
that's pretty
you
interesting.
protect against coronavirus. I don't know. I might start doing that. I just feel like I'd get like those side comments and feel like, oh, like you're like that COVID kid. But like double masking. Oh my god. But yeah. So
do you do the double mask?
no, but maybe I'll start tomorrow. Josh.
Yeah, never too late.
Yes, that is true. Never too late to not get corona.
Yeah, so
Take it away with
I
like vaccine stuff if
yeah,
you're ready.
so obviously, that's insane. And hopefully with some positive vaccine news, hopefully some of this will die down.
Yes, you can
In
brighten up the beginning
Yeah,
part.
this is a quote from New York Times article. In the past week alone, Novavax and Johnson & Johnson reported that their vaccines offered good protection including against new more contagious variants of the coronavirus. In a new analysis from the University of Oxford suggests its vaccine developed within AstraZeneca has the potential to slow transmission and works especially well when second doses are delayed. After sputtering launch, vaccination, this is the important part, after sputtering launch, vaccination in the United States is speeding up. More than 27 million Americans have received a first dose, and more than 6 million have been fully vaccinated. That pace has accelerated enough that President Biden, facing criticism that his administration's goal of giving out 100 million shots in his first 100 days in office was too modest. Last week, they revised the target upward to 150 million shots. So, to paraphrase,
Wow.
27 million Americans have got the vaccine, with more positive news on the way, because article was, I believe, written on February 3rd. It is now February 10th, 7:26 p.m. sharp. um, and Biden has upped his goal to 150 million vaccines. And, also, I believe we searched this up a few episodes ago. Um, 25% of the country, or I think, around 75 million people are below 18 in America, so they can't even get the vaccine. Meaning, so
Right.
take away 27 million people from around, how many people in America? Around 330, let's say. So
Yeah,
now
300
you have
million.
303 million, and take away another 75 million. Well,
Why
so
would yeah.
you're not, because those people can't get vaccinated. So you're not like, it's good pace, where it's good trajectory.
Yeah, and I mean, I thought like other positive news is that like I think all 30 NFL teams or whatever offer their big parking lots or even stadiums over the off season to become vaccination
Yes,
sites. And
as you mentioned, on the last episode or 2 episodes ago, the City Field was not happening. I believe it is happening now,
yeah, now they
where there's
got like the proper equipment. I mean, I know like postseason, preseason is coming back, but that's normally in
like
Florida. So I
yeah,
think
it
like
is.
a lot
It
of
is in Florida this time,
yeah.
and
So
as it most of the time is. Um,
yeah, most MLB stadiums are also offering it. So, I even like LA, like Dodger Stadium had like so many cars. Like these pictures went for like miles long. So it's good. All these like because I'm sure like most people listening have been to like a sports game. The parking lot is huge, so it's very good to vaccine people in such a big area. Helps with the people, so it's good. It's good. All positive news, even though the beginning
yeah,
half
I think
was a
that's
little
just the
sad
most important time, is that you have to focus on the things that
or
um
happy. good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next topic's
Yeah.
next topic's a fun one.
Definitely is. Take it away for us, Satan.
So last night I got a text from Josh like what the heck, and it was a article saying that Mark Cuban, who's the owner of the Mavericks, which is where are the Mavericks by what town? I don't
Dallas.
know. Dallas, right? They announced that they will no longer be playing the national anthem at games.
That literally don't make sense at all.
This I guess is a Black Lives Matter protest.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the exact wording, but like something along those lines, with the
Racial
idea,
justice.
yeah,
Yeah.
with the idea that of you know the whole thing with kneeling during the flag, everything like that. Um,
So
so
instead of
to
like
abolish
kneeling
it,
for the flag, you
yeah.
just get rid of the flag.
So what do you think about that? I'm curious.
I'm normally like, okay, fine, kneeling is good. Like whoops. Good old alarms. But first I was like I mean, like in the beginning, like we had this conversation, like you should be able to kneel. Like we went at this second, like third episode, or whatever. But
While back.
this was I was just like, what? This makes no sense. Like, okay, yes, you can kneel, but like you can't just like not play the national anthem or just say like that doesn't exist.
But
Like
see, I
it just bothers
question that
me.
logic of yours, because is that not the same thing to you?
No, it's not.
Why? They're both
Because
disrespecting the flag. They're both disrespecting the anthem. So
yeah, but
what's
the thing
what's the
is that the
difference?
flag is still there in one. Whether in the other one they're just taking away the flag completely. That's what I'm saying. Like they're kneeling for the flag, but okay, fine, but the flag's still there.
Right, because I
When
remember now
if
we
they're
discussed.
taking
You thought that it wasn't even disrespectful because they weren't protesting the flag.
right,
Now you
exactly,
think
but
they are like protesting the actual flag. I understand.
by like not even playing it or using the flag.
Yeah.
And I wasn't the only one that thought this because the next day the NBA released an official statement.
Yeah. Today.
Today, yes. They released a thing saying, oh, let's see, I'll pull it up. I have it here. Uh, I don't know, whatever it says. It's like an official thing that said, the as fans return to the stadium, all NBA teams have to play the national anthem.
Hmm.
Which I was like, yes, of course they had to play the national
Yeah.
anthem.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
So
kind of it's a sad thing that has to be given
reported.
in a
You
statement.
have to play the
It's sad.
national
It
anthem
actually, I
of the
think it actually
country.
is that.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I
it's
mean?
not. It's not like a normal thing to like today we're gonna be saying the national anthem to the country we live in. Like what?
Yeah, I mean, it's really I think I think it goes too like accepted. Sorry, I think it's like too accepted now. That you could just do that. You could just do everything like that. You know what I mean? The stuff with kneeling during the flag. Encouraged even would be the right word.
Yeah, I just think it's a little crazy. I mean, I think that like there's a line for everything in life. There's a line, and once you cross that line, you have to go back, and that's what the NBA said. Like you have to go back. You can't cross that line. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, so let's turn over to our debate question, which is should
Bum.
politics be banned from the classroom?
And I mean, when I put this in, I had like a little bit of two questions because like, should politics be banned or like should like teachers
Be
not like
careful.
mention their like
Yeah, yeah.
political views?
So
Because
what do you think? What do you think about this?
so I think from a learning this is where it gets tricky because like from like third graders you can really alter their perspection about
Perspective,
politics in
yeah.
general,
Not
perspective,
even
whatever.
third grade.
But
You could alter a ninth grader. You could alter
really,
easily. Yeah, for sure.
but like I mean, I think like what I'm saying is like let's say a third grader like doesn't really know that there's knows they're a president in 50 states, but like if they start let's say they have a not that I'm saying this is
No,
like
I understand.
necessarily
You're gonna
bad,
try.
but
You're
this
trying to say right that it's just more likely.
it's
You
good. No,
definitely.
I'm saying that like it's gonna create bias. Like you have a Republican teacher that's gonna start off by saying like things like where making guns are like very important to the Constitution and like like certain stuff like that, like small comments that'll make these kids believe guns are like the right thing. And I think like that's more of a family decision, what their parents think. So I think even just like introducing someone to politics in the classroom can create like family divides because like you have a teacher that completely agrees with your family and you go home with one opinion from school and then you go to the dinner table and your dad's saying like, oh, can you believe Trump did this, when your teacher's saying Trump did this and it's amazing. So like even not as you said, like even a ninth grader, it's just like it's not like a place like a teacher should be in, just because it's a very sensitive-ish topic.
Not
what do
ish.
you what do you think? What do you think?
So I think banned is too extreme. I think that I like the way my history teacher does it. So what he does is, so on the day after of the siege in the Capitol, whatever they're calling it, insurrection,
Yeah,
whatever.
insurrection.
Um, I think what he did was he gave us 15 minutes at the end of the class, and he allowed the students to discuss everything that we thought, and he would present facts to counter people. He'd present facts to support people. All he did was present facts for easily both sides, and it was relative. It was no, like he didn't even present them at a time where it would seem like that he supports another party. That it's a recurring joke now in our class. Like, hey, Mister, whatever it is. I'm not gonna say his name, but um Mr. John
John.
Doe. Oh yeah. Is are you Republican? Like, we'll just mess with him now. Like, it's not like like he presents just facts. That's all he does, and he'll let us discuss it. And he'll every now and then he'll like when he'll give us an answer. Like, we one time had at the end of like a Zoom, we had extra time, so he gave us like 10 minutes to just ask him like questions, sports, whatever.
Right.
So somebody asked him what his thoughts were on big tech. So he gave,
Yeah.
a little something. He said how to be careful, but he said like how they're justified. So he presents both sides with facts. I think that's appropriate. I do not think politics should be banned from the classroom.
Right. So I think
I
when you
think
have
that's like
teachers,
I think that's like limiting your students in a way. You know what I mean? You're
yeah,
like,
but
yeah, what?
mm, I think that like you have a lucky teacher. Like I know, I mean, like
That's what I thought. I just didn't say that. Is that like I was going there. I just forgot to bring it up. Is that that's a very difficult thing, is to present facts and not show like any way
right.
that
Like
you
I don't like we might not even do that. I mean, I think we do because we have opposite sides of the spectrum. But like
when we
like
agree, like we do right now, we're not or even the national anthem. You know what I mean? That's a good example. We
yeah,
present our views,
exactly.
and that's all we do. And but that's not what the teacher does, which is what they should not be doing. You know what I
Right, and
mean?
I mean, I think that a way to meet in the middle is like train teachers like to have like like I don't know if they have it, but like some like seminars or whatever, like how to like discuss like politics in the classroom, because I think it is a
Yeah.
great learning point. Like I think we both like love politics, like we really enjoy it, and it's not something you should take away from kids. It's very
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
important to know like how
The
the
way your
government and
country
the
works, I
country
think, yeah.
runs. Yeah, exactly. So it's not I agree, like it shouldn't be banned, but we should just like meet in the middle, because the way it could be taught could alter your perspective whatever on everything.
Yeah, for
Just like
sure. I
be
agree. I
more
agree 100%.
sensitive.
Yeah. I
Just the
definitely
teachers
agree.
should be more sensitive. All right.
I think we both made good points. So
We need the
for
answer, Josh, right now.
yeah, for the cherry questions, which bone are babies born with? I'll give you a hint. It's in the lower body. The answer is a kneecap. They're not born with a kneecap. How
Really?
strange is that? Yeah.
So I need to like find a baby in the
right?
field's knee, right? Like, is it like
Yeah.
mushy or
Also,
whatever?
a
Like, there's
point that
no
my teacher made
kneecap.
the other day, which is this is pretty relevant right now, but regarding a baby, is that when you're 6 months old, you develop a reflex. This had literally nothing to do with the class.
Oh,
Um, when you are 6 months old, you develop a reflex to protect, like when you're falling, to protect your head. So he said when a way to present, not present, a way to see if your child is developing well is like, let's say you drop them from where my table is right here and drop
oh,
them down, and obviously you catch them, or drop them from, you stand them up and then and tip them forward a little bit and catch
right.
them, and you see if they're gonna catch them with their hands, whatever. Not fully relevant, but I just thought that was pretty interesting.
It's like they don't develop it right away. I mean, like same
Yeah.
with like a baby walking. You
No, no,
know,
I just thought that this specific thing, I didn't know that everybody knows baby starts to develop walking, whatever it is.
right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I
Um,
mean, I
yeah,
wonder when it comes. You know,
he just said six.
like
He said 6 months.
oh, for a kneecap.
Oh. I think,
That's what I
yeah.
was
For
saying.
kneecap, I have
Yeah,
no idea. That's a great question. But so
but
here's
yeah. So
next year
second one.
question: Who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize? I'll give you a hint. It was the year 1903.
Hmm.
The answer is, I'm might butcher this
I'm
name a
saying
little.
Harriet Tubman, but I think she's like
No,
earlier
certainly
than
not.
that.
Answer is Marie Curie.
And
You
do
know
you
what
know who
that
that
is?
is?
So
No.
I think I learned about her in the 8th grade. I googled her just now. She and her husband discovered the elements polonium and radium. I believe she had something to do with like developing how to like split atoms, which is how like an atomic bomb works. Maybe that's her. Probably not. I don't know.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought that
Very
was a
good
little interesting.
questions this week.
Thank
I
you.
think I have to come next week with
Yeah, you
triple,
got to you got to bounce back well. So that's the end, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. Follow us on Instagram at theyoungerhalf. Check us out on your favorite podcasting platform. Subscribe to us on our YouTube channel at theyoungerhalf. And if you want to help us grow, consider supporting us in anchor.fm/theyoungerhalf/support, or click on the link in the description. For questions or comments, email us at theyoungerhalf@gmail.com. Have a great week, everyone. Stay
Stay
safe.
safe.